The Point King Lighthouse is today left in ruins, but was once an important guide for ships coming into Port Albany, Western Australia. Both the lighthouse and the keeper's cottage were completed in 1858 and had been manned by a number of keepers and their families until 1911, when the nearby pilot station took over lighting the lamp. Today, a very prevalent ghost story about the ruins is circulated, stating that one of the former lighthouse keepers has remained in the area to oversee the stretch of water. Many claim to have sighted a man wearing a long coat in the area, passing through the ruin and the surrounding land. He is thought to watch over the waters to such an extent that his spirit has allegedly even manifested onto boats who have lost their way and helped guide them safely into land. Those who have sighted him have described his ghost in great detail, being an older man with a beard, a dark coat with brass buttons, wearing a black hat and holding a smoking pipe in his hand. Some claim the spirit of this keeper is that of John Redden, who was the last person to man the lighthouse, but others aren't so sure. Will we make contact with this spirit during our paranormal investigation tonight? Keep watching to find out.
Hey Crypt Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight, Jared and I are checking out the Point King Lighthouse ruins. This place has a very interesting ghost story, so stay tuned. Guys, I'm kicking off this video while we still have light because I really wanted to show you around the ruin. It is small, but I feel like you'll get a better grasp of it while we still have daylight. We're standing at our little base camp here. So got all the camera paranormal gear sort of half set up. Think of this place as a big square with 4 rooms in it. So this was actually a family home for the lighthouse and, you know, the family, wife, children. At one stage there was about 8 kids living here with their mother and father and the lighthouse keeper. And we chose this room because it has a shelf. But also I love these, you know, fireplaces. I am going to make a note as well, we're on the coast, it's extremely windy, there's not too much I can do about it, so hopefully there's not much wind noise and we're going to do our best to stay sheltered through the night. But yeah, it might be a bit tricky to investigate, we'll see how we go though. Absolutely, can't talk, absolutely stunning views here as well guys. I also want to note there is a former quarantine station right across, what do you call that, the ocean there. And we're actually staying there. So we're staying in an old isolation hospital. I don't know if the videos for that will come before or after this one. Make sure you're subscribed because that place, I reckon it's going to be very eerie at night and very haunted. So again, another fireplace. I'm sure it gets very freaking cold here.
We've already checked to make sure there's no bats in these ones.
Well, Jared's checked for the bats. Normally I send him in to do that dirty work.
Yeah, you do.
And then the last room here, this is my favorite. I feel it has the best view and it is the most sheltered. Now, Ghost Story says that there is a former keeper that still resides here, and he almost seems as though he's a protector of the ocean around here. So a lot of people have sighted him in and around the ruins, but he's also been known to appear on boats making their way through the pass here, particularly when people get a little bit disoriented or, you know, a bit lost as to how to find shore. So I don't know, but I feel positive that we might be able to contact him tonight. Alright guys, we still have a bit of light and I was probably going to wait another half hour until I officially started rolling and reaching out. I just had a really weird thing happen though, so I thought, you know what, let's just roll Ghost Tube and start rolling on cameras now. Jara and I were actually standing in the hallway, sort of watching the sunset, just waiting for the sun to go down. And all of a sudden I got this feeling that there was somebody behind me walking into the house. And I didn't see anything, I didn't hear anything. It was, I don't know if it's like an air pressure sort of change and maybe it's just the wind passing through, but it felt like someone was about to walk in, which startled me a little bit because this is a public area. We are just in a ruin on like a hiking track. So that's where I got the feeling from, the entry door here. There's nobody here, it just felt like there was somebody here. We were standing... So we were standing here, just chilling out, sort of watching the ocean and that. It was really odd. I can't express how odd that was. So my name is Amy and I'm here with Jared tonight. And we call out to the light keepers. 6. 6, that's an odd response. I call out to the lighthouse keepers and their families of the past. Maybe you're still here, still doing your duties and keeping people safe. We would love to interact and say hi. Hello. If there is somebody around tonight, please don't be scared of us. I am trying to think of what 6 could mean. Maybe it's like a boating thing or something to do with the lighthouse, or I don't know, any ideas, Jared?
Maybe number of children or number of lighthouse keepers.
Yeah, I mean it could really mean anything. Are
Could
you
be
able to
someone's age.
Yeah. Are you able to step forward and tell us your name? I've heard John is still here. This is a beautiful home. I don't blame you for sticking around. This almost looks sealed up. I think this was another fireplace. I can see how it goes back far in, but it's... Can you tell me what this was? Behind these bricks? Mark. I mean, that could be a name. It also could mean mark, like you put a mark on something. Alright, let's just walk through each room. Is there somebody with us tonight? If I was to look out this window, what would I be looking at? It's all ants here.
Ants?
Yeah.
Oh. How peculiar.
Are you still keeping watch on this stretch of ocean? Keeping everybody safe? We're standing in the room that we got the ghost tube response mark. So Jared and I are going to actively reach out from this room, but we've also rigged up cameras in pretty much every other room of the ruin. So we have a normal night vision just over the other side of the hall from us. We have the hall rigged up with a REM pod and just a normal camera with the light on. Now the REM pod has already triggered, but if somebody here can hear my voice and you want to show us that you're around, just walk up to that red light there in the hallway. That'll show us that you're here. 2 front rooms, we have an SLS camera in each of them. Now we are going to conduct a ghost tube vox session from this room. Reason being is it's quite loud here in this area. Obviously we're right next to the ocean. You can probably hear the waves crashing, wind. There is a belief in the paranormal that water can help spirits produce paranormal activity. There's a lot of theories about white noise as well, that maybe the white noise could help generate voices, which is interesting as far as, say, EVPs. So I keep hearing the waves crash and it's kind of scary. peas, peas, peas. So we're going to do a sound experiment, which is Vox. I'm going to play it on my phone. Vox does have its own white noise generator, and it generates real white noise. It's not a recording of white noise, it's actually generating it through code. But we don't need to use that because we've got plenty of white noise going on around us right now. So again, my name is Amy and I'm here with Jared, and we call out to the spirits of the Kings Point Lighthouse. Possibly John is around. If you are, we would love to talk to you. Can you come towards these lights in my hand and maybe say hello? Just anything to let us know that you're around. Can you tell us why you're still here? I think it's amazing that you're still protecting boats and ships coming through the pass here. How do you feel about still being here?
Where are you from?
We're from Adelaide, South Australia, so we've come a fair distance to visit you here in Albany, Western Australia. Where are you from? Did you go towards that red light in the hallway earlier? How many children did you have? Earlier, our device said mark. Can you tell me what that means? Is that a name, or is it, you know, more like a marking of something? We also received the response 6, and I'm not sure what that means. Are you able to elaborate on that? David. I feel like I heard David.
I heard that too, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
David. Who is David? Sorry if it's hard to use this device to talk to us. I don't know how many people come out here purposefully to talk to you, and, you know, maybe you don't get many investigators, is what we call ourselves. We'd just love to talk to you. If you can use your energy to say something to us, we would really appreciate that. What was it like living out here? You were so remote, and I know that you had to pretty much sustain yourself out here.
How do you feel about us being here?
What room should we go into? There's just enough lights around that every now and then I see, you know, a piece of plant blow, and I'm like, ugh, what is that? As if someone's walking up to the lighthouse, but there's no one out here. There's no one else crazy enough to come out here in the cold of night like us.
Wait.
We're not leaving just yet. If you have a message for us, please come forward and let us know. We're here just for you, just to talk to you.
How do you feel about us being here? Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Being here.
Whatever you wanna do.
Being here.
Whatever you wanna do.
What we want to do is just chat. Can you say hello? Is John around? I call on John Redden. Many people claim to have seen you, John.
I sound like a child.
Yeah, it sounded like wait again though. We'll wait for you to tell us what you want to say. Are you trapped here or are you here by choice? Is it your choice to stay here and protect this stretch of sea? So we're about to go. Alright, so pretty quiet tonight.
Pretty quiet night.
Yeah, but you know,
They can't all be winners.
yeah, and I never come to a place and say, oh, nothing really happened, this place is not haunted, because we might just not be here on the right night, or the ghost might just be like, yeah, I don't like these people.
It's also like, you know, it's really hard to do investigations when it's this noisy. Like, a lot of people say, why don't you investigate during the day? You know, it's not like ghosts only haunt at night. But the reason why we like to go at night, and probably why a lot of other investigators like to go at night, is because there's normally less noise and less distractions.
Yes.
Obviously not at a place like this, but...
Also, we were here in the day.
True.
And there was lots of people.
Actually,
it's a hiking trail.
During the day is also when we've had that feeling that someone entered the building as well. So it's not to
Before
say...
it was dark.
So it's not to say it all happens at night.
That's so true. Plenty of ghost sightings, plenty of activity has been recorded or reported in the day. So I like to tell people, especially if they're starting out investigating, they're a little bit scared. You don't need to go at night. And yeah, be safe is probably the main thing. But yeah, you can go in the day. Either
way, like, I still like learning about the stories about these places, and obviously with a view like this, like, it's made it worthwhile. We also just really wanted to test Vox because we've only really just started using it and releasing it, so we want to get out there and try it and test it out. So
we actually ran our test tonight on an Android phone instead of an iPhone, which we have been using. But I hope that you guys have been enjoying Vox so far. I also hope that you guys have been enjoying the videos that we've been putting out. We've done so much filming here in Western Australia, and it just feels good to be on the road again.
Yeah, it does.
I had to work and edit a video in a laundromat today, but I tell you what, it felt good just to be on the road. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there's some international travel in our future very soon.
I can see international travel in your future, yeah. I've got a new gift.
So I don't actually know when you guys will be watching this. It could be December, maybe it's early next year, I have no idea. Maybe December, but yeah, we're hoping in 2022, early 2022, we will be on the road out of Australia. We're going to try and be as safe as we can, but yeah, we're very excited. So leave a comment below if there is somewhere in particular you want us to visit. We're after suggestions, please. But we're very excited, and I can't tell you how optimistic I actually feel about the present and the future right now, and I haven't felt this way in a long time. So very exciting. I hope you guys are feeling it as well, and you know, doing better. So, and of course I did take that brief break over a month actually, so it wasn't all too brief. I literally ran out of content and I had no motivation to pull myself up from, like, out of bed to actually make content, whether that was, you know, more paranormal games or investigating my haunted dolls, or even more local spots that we could return to. It was really tough for me, and I'm sure a lot of other creators can sort of sympathize and feel the same way. And I'm sure even if you're not a creator, you've been knocked from, I don't know, the past 2 years have just been really tough. Really shit, yes.
So here's to 2022.
But you guys literally have kept me going. I've never felt so much purpose in my life as I have with doing AmysCrypt, and I know Jared feels the same with not only AmysCrypt, GhostTube, that they're literally our babies. So thank you for being on the journey with us and supporting us, even though we didn't post for quite a long time.
Especially Patreon and YouTube members, you know.
Yes.
Big shout out to you guys. You
Oh
guys
my
know we
gosh.
love you anyway. But
Yes. So I don't know what else we need to do at the Lighthouse. There's not too much more we can do.
unlike some of the bigger locations we go to, we're not going to do a two-part of this one. I think that'd be stretching it. I mean, it's, as you said, it's a pretty small place.
And it's been quiet.
It's been quiet, and because of the sound, it's quite hard to do stuff.
Yeah,
So.
if it was very active, maybe we would stay and do more and do a two-part. But I think we're going to call it a night. It's a bit chilly out here and it's been a little bit tricky to film, but I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That really helps us out. If you want to do any more reading about this haunted place or any of the others from around the world we have visited and filmed at, then head to my website, AmysCrypt.com. You can also follow us on social media at AmysCrypt, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. And I post bonus content for my patrons and YouTube members. They're linked below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.
Download Ghost Troop.